So we are getting more in nature. I mean, I think I'm like Tarzan at this point. I just like to find different spots to record in. And today we're going to be talking about if you're struggling with frustration with God, then this video is for you, because sometimes whenever certain things happen, whenever we go through certain things, it's so easy for us to play the blame game, to blame God, to blaspheme the Holy Spirit, and be like, why is this happening to me? I'm going through all these things and I don't understand why this is happening to me. And like Job is a perfect example, because Job went through a lot of things. He lost his kids, a house fell on his kids, and he shaved his head, he took off his robe, and then he praised the Lord. Sometimes whenever things happen in our life, it's what we do in those areas of our life. You know, we can play the blame game, we can blame everybody for our problems and blame God. Or we can say, okay, what is this trying to teach me? And we have to understand that this is life. Sometimes things happen in life that we can't control, but we can control our reaction to it. You know, a mindset is everything in this case whenever you are going through things, because it's how you react. I love this saying, you grow through the emotions you go through, because if you didn't have emotions, you'd be a robot. You know, it's good to experience these emotions. Don't ever hold them down, because the more you hold down your emotions, the more you're going to suffer, and the more you're going to have bitterness, and it's going to build up and build up and build up. You're going to lash out on the people that you love. And you don't want to be in that. You don't want to be in that certain area of your life where you're lashing out on the people that you love when they're just trying to help you. If you can remember a time that you've done that, you know, it's a good reflection moment, because sometimes we do bleed on the people that are actually just trying to help us. And there's this Bible verse by Proverbs 14:29 that I love so much. A person who does not quickly get angry shows that he is understanding, but a person who quickly loses his temper shows his foolishness. And think of a time where you basically lost your temper and you lashed out on everybody. And then after that, you regretted it, right? You regretted doing that. And sometimes we have to take a step back. We have to take a step back and realize, okay, look, I'm upset right now, I'm angry. Because think about it like this, when you're angry, nothing good comes out of it, okay? Nothing good comes out of it. You always do something that you regret doing. And that takes a certain area of reflection. And reflection is such a very beautiful thing, because whenever we can reflect on things, we'll start to have a certain better understanding about it, okay? Yes, I reacted like this, but how can I change the outcome? How can I control my emotions during the times that I'm going to lash out? And that's something more beautiful. So reflection is so important. So whenever you get angry, I'm going to challenge you to basically take a reflection moment. Reflect on why you are getting angry. Reflect on why this is making you feel this way. And understand, you can't have control over people's emotions, but you can have control over your emotions. So if someone says something to you, if someone does something to you, understand this. You can't control what they say or do or their actions. You can control you, and that's the only thing that you can control, and that's something far more beautiful, because you can't control everybody. Some people are going to say some things where you got to bite your tongue, you got to hold back your fist. But violence is never the answer, believe it or not. We have to be loving, we have to be kind, we have to be compassionate towards others. That's a very hard thing to do whenever people are being mean to us. And that's what we have to practice, you know, being more like Jesus, spreading love, spreading kindness, but also telling the truth. And some people don't like the truth, and that's just how it is sometimes. I saw something in Mark 8. It says, don't lose your soul to gain the world. If man loses his life for the world, what does he gain? And then I put in there pride, ego, self-destruction. Because think about it. Whenever you gain the whole world, at that time it feels like you have everything. It feels like you won. It feels like you're this big shot and you're like, yeah, nothing's going to come between this. And then the more that it just comes and comes and comes and comes, you start to feel a certain area of emptiness. You start to feel empty. And why do you feel empty? It's because the world can only give you so much love, but Jesus' love is eternal. It's forever. The way, the truth, and the life is Jesus. So understand, the world can only give you so much. So when you're looking for love in others, when you're looking for love and materialism, whenever you're looking in love for your lust, you're never going to find real, genuine love. You're going to feel empty. You're going to feel that hole in your heart. And let me tell you something, my friend. When you have that hole in your heart, it's hard to regain it. But God gives us the tools, and God gives us the love to basically nourish our hearts with His unconditional love, with His unconditional promise, with His unconditional compassion. So understand, gaining the world is really pointless. Because one day we're not going to leave this earth, and all the things that matter that to us, like materialism and everything else, it doesn't really matter, my friend. It doesn't really matter. So if you're frustrated with God, if you're angry with God, understand sometimes we just have to go through storms. And life is how we make it. It's our mindset. If you have a crappy mindset, obviously you're going to be miserable. So I'm going to challenge you, change your mindset, think more positive, be more grateful and gracious for what you have. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.